Welcome to Instant AdSense Templates VRE Building System. This is Eric Homeland, and I'm going to show you how to use the XsitePro templates that came with the package. First of all, I'd like to say that XsitePro is an excellent software program for anyone who either doesn't want to learn HTML or just doesn't want to mess with it. So go ahead and open up XsitePro. This is a program that does cost money. If you want to buy it, we've got a link for it right here with the video. And it's certainly well worth it. So go ahead and open that up, and once you're in there, go to Tools and Google AdSense, and you want to make sure that you have entered your Google AdSense account. If you haven't, click Add, fill in the blanks, put in your publisher ID number. That's all there is to it. Okay, or else you can just click the Google AdSense button right there in the navigation bar. Once you've got your Google AdSense account in there, you're going to click on Add Project, and you can name it anything you want. We'll just call this New Demo because I've done previous demos. Okay, so select your new project and then go to Tools, Import. Okay, and once again, for this particular demonstration, we're going to use the bicycles template. We've been using that for every demonstration so far in this edition of Instant AdSense Templates. So within the bicycles directory, look for XsitePro, and you're going to see a file that says XSE. That's an XsitePro template. Double click it or else click Open, and it's going to load it. It says successfully imported. Click OK to continue. Okay, now if it asks you about importing an AdSense account, you can say yes or you can say no. The important thing is just make sure that you're using the correct AdSense account before you publish the site. Okay, if that doesn't make sense, you'll figure it out. It's pretty easy. Just make sure in the template before you publish it you've got the correct AdSense account being used. Okay, once you've imported it, go ahead and double click on it. Each XsitePro template that we've included in the package has its own unique number, so that basically 3001 and going up from there. So double click on that, loads the website, and typically it's going to bring it right to the page layout tab. And this is kind of difficult because I'm in such a compressed mode here. You can't see much of the page because I'm trying to fit it all on the video screen. But if I were to open this wide up, I'll try to show you what I mean. I'll try to move it around here. You can see, it's got the full template. You've got the background here and the margins. Okay, so it's all there. It's just a matter of I'm trying to fit it all in the video screen here, so I've got to make it smaller so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so say for example you want to change something over here in the navigation bar. On this left-hand panel here, scroll to where it says Right Panel, okay? And you'd click Designer if you want to change the code. You can change the color of it really easy. Right now it's black, so say we wanted to make it, red. Just click it, and there you go. See what I mean? You don't need to know any code for this. It's just a matter of knowing how to use the software. That's all there is to it, and it's a powerful program. You can customize any aspect of the site. Basically, just about anything you can do with HTML, you can do it in XsitePro. And XsitePro has just a ton of shortcuts. Click on the Web Pages tab, and you will see some things where you need to fill in some information. Okay, the page title on your home page, you really want need to make sure you put a good title there because that's what's going to be indexed by the search engines. You want to use your best keywords there. So if this is the bicycle website, we want to write bicycles there or whatever. And then keywords for this page, you need to put one per line. Type whatever 10 or so keywords. This is going to go into the meta tags within the code of the site once it's generated. Same thing for the description. Go ahead and write your description here. I put a little guide here. Write your description here. Be sure to use some of your keywords, but not too spammy. In other words, you want to use your keywords to make sure that it gets picked up by the search engines, but at the same time, you don't want to look like a spammer because you're not a spammer. And then I've also added some article pages here just to get you started. And you can basically just replicate this technique again, on the info tab here, if you look at each article page, it's going to show you, page title. You want to put in your title. You want to put the keywords in, the description, so you can actually have separate meta tag information for each page of your site. If you click on one of these and then click on the design tab, this is what's called basically a WYSIWYG editor. What you see is what you get. You can go ahead and type in here just like you were typing in, like Microsoft Word. You can use the formatting and all that stuff, and that's going to turn it into your web page. If you do happen to know HTML, or if you want to use HTML, you can click on the Source tab. That's going to show it to you in HTML. Most of you are probably going to be more comfortable with the Design tab if you're using this. And then they've also got an SEO tab. Again, this is some advanced SEO features that are built into the software. Again, it's got a lot of shortcuts, a lot of stuff you can do with it. Once you finish putting in all your information here, you've added some articles. Again, you can use some of our pre-written articles. You can write them yourself. You can have it outsourced. Make sure you write the titles. You can put the author names in there. Give it some good content. You can create other categories besides articles, of course. You can put, like news, links, all that kind of stuff. If you have a blog, you can link it to your blog. Once you're done finishing designing your site, you're going to export it. You're going to publish it as an HTML document, and you can upload it directly to the website, directly to the web, or you can export it locally to your computer. I usually like to publish it locally to my computer, and so you go to Tools, Publish Locally. Before I do that, I'm going to create a folder where I'm going to put it. And so go to Tools, Publish Locally, and navigate to where you want to put it. There's that folder that I just created. Well, I guess I could have made it from actually within XsitePro. See, it's more powerful than I even realized, so I could have just made it right here. So put it right there. Bam, successfully published that site. Click OK, and then let's go see how it turned out. Okay, so let's open up this the site folder that I just made, and you can see these are all the pages that it just generated for me. And so we'll open up the index file, and there you go. As you can see, it looks basically the same or similar format to the HTML version. Some of the XsitePro templates are a little bit different, just because of some of the structuring. It doesn't have some of the details of the HTML, but they're all pretty similar. You can see here we've got the navigation, we've got link units tied in, obviously AdSense, and of course, this would be where you would put in your own content within the XsitePro program. Another cool thing about this is you've got a sitemap. Obviously on the HTML templates, we weren't able to do a sitemap because we don't know what your site's going to look like. We don't know all the page names and what they're all going to be. But XsitePro happens to have a sitemap function built into it, and we incorporated that into our XsitePro templates. So when you build your site using the XsitePro template, it's automatically going to have a sitemap, which is great. It's going to help it get spidered. In fact, it's got a regular sitemap and an alphabetical sitemap. So it's pretty cool. I like the program. I recommend you check it out. And obviously this is just a super fast, basic tutorial just to get you going. And I'm not going to even get into depth because XsitePro happens to have a lot of their own tutorials. They've got a huge, I think it's a 200 or 300 page user manual. Obviously you can see it, the program's easy to use. It's simple, but yet there's also a lot of depth to it and a lot that you can do with it. So if you are using XsitePro, I encourage you to really, delve into some of those features and see, the real power of the software. This is just a basic demo to kind of get you going on it. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed building your websites. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.